Yo, what's up, team? I am back in the building, bring you guys another movie review. Today, we will be reviewing a Netflix film called Triple Frontier. Let's get into this movie review. Let's talk story. Let's talk script. Story. This movie is about a private military advisor in Colombia combating drug crime. He's informed by an informant of the whereabouts of the drug lord. But to bring this drug lord down, he goes to his old military buddies to help him out. If they succeed with this mission, this team will be rewarded with a large amount of money. What did I think about the story? I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I thought the story was okay. It wasn't nothing too flashy, too fancy, nothing. It was just a simple story. What I like about the story, though, is that the drama in the story overshadowed the action in the story. So we got a nice blend of that. Story was okay. Let's talk about the script. The script had a great blend of dialogue mixed in with drama and action. It had some boring points where you're like, okay, move on. But it also had a mild amount of shock value to it. You were like, okay. And then it also added in a nice blend of what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? It had a nice blend of a lot of things. It could have been better. Like, by far, it could have been a way better script. But for a Netflix film, I thought it did its job. I was able to sit down on my couch and enjoy the movie. For the most part. I wasn't like, what the heck? Why did he say that? Why did he do that? It had a nice amount of believable situations. And it also gave a little bit of fictional. But nothing too obvious where you're like, what the okay. You know what I mean? Script was okay. Let's talk about the acting. This movie is starring Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac, Charlie Huntsman, Pedro Pascal, and Garrett Hedlund. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Pedro stole the show. I thought his acting was just so convincing. I ain't gonna lie. And Oscar Isaac came right behind him. Those two really shine in this movie for me. You know what I mean? Honestly, be real with you. I think all five of them did a great job. But those two was just too convincing. Like Oscar Isaac, he convinced me with his eyes. Like I believed him. I think he did a really good job in this movie. And Pedro Pascal is a phenomenal actor. And he's becoming one of those actors where when I see his name, I'm very interested. I love the way they used him. Because he was, honestly, he was like the lighthearted one in the team. But he was serious as a motherfucker. It was like you look at all the other team members in there and you're like, okay, I know what he stands for. I know but who is Pedro? What is he? He played the laid back guy. You know what I mean? And he just was convincing. Those two really showed their ass in this movie. I enjoyed seeing them in this film. Really cool seeing them. I thought the acting, you know, this is not your traditional action squad. You know what I mean? This ain't your traditional action film. So seeing these guys in this film, you're like, damn, okay. I like that. Pretty cool. Let's talk about the director. Director is J.C. Chandor. Hope I said his last name right. I thought he did a pretty good job directing this film. He has some nice shots. He has some nice convincing moments. The only thing I wish he was able to do was show more action. I understand it's a 5-man squad, so it's so much you could do. And I think he directed them as far as infiltrating situations pretty well. I like the way he conducted it. They put their hands up, they move in, choke his brother out real quick. You know what I mean? I love the way they did that, and it felt very believable. But it felt like something was missing, and I think it was the murders. I think the murders and actually showing the squad at their full potential. You know what I mean? I think that's what really hurt in the directing aspect. Like when you see these type of movies, I think we're accustomed to see the action part overweighing the drama part. And this director showed more of the drama part than the action, which is cool. But it took away a lot because if he was able to just boost up that action a little bit more for me, this movie would have got a way higher grade than what I'm going to give it. But for the most part, it was really good watching it. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Me and my girl sat there and watched it. The directing was pretty cool, man. Had no problem with it. Pros and cons. Pros, seeing this team. You know, we got Ben Affleck coming off of, you know, Justice League and stuff, playing Batman. You got Pedro, you got Oscar Isaac, you got freaking what's his name, Charlie Jax from Sons of Anarchy, and you have Garrett from Four Brothers. You know what I mean? He was Jack. You know, seeing these actors, they're very familiar faces, and I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It was no one new to me. It was like, I know these guys, and they've all played in raw material films. So to see them come together in this type of movie was really cool seeing. It was like, okay, I feel that. And I think, you know, I think these actors need to do more films together, bigger budgets. Because I can see if this movie had that money, this could have been a hitter in the theaters. This movie could have really been a hitter in the theaters because it had a lot, but you could tell that budget was small. So they had to just give us what they could. But if they could have put more into that mission, made it more emotional, more depth, mixed in with action, and I'm talking about like some expandable action, but pull it back some, not too much explosions, but more hand-to-hand combat, more and more gunplay, more and more car chases. Man, I like this team. And like I said, Pedro and Oscar Isaac, really phenomenal. I just felt they convinced me. Like they were real people. Like I didn't see them, you know what I mean? I didn't see them in their previous roles. I saw a new person. And I really appreciate that in this film. Cons of the movie, I have to say it is the fact that the drama, which is a nice blend. It's a tricky line I'm at right now. It's a great area, but it's the action. I felt the action should have been more heavy. It should have been heavier, more heavy action in this, man. Like, this is a real situation, bro. Like, you're going against a drug lord. When you see movies like this, and then you go and watch Fast and Furious, you know, I think Fast 5 with The Rock, when they went after the drug lord and shit, and they took all the money, and just so much stuff went down that time. And that scene, you're just like, whoa. You know what I mean? Whoa. Can you do that again? And seeing a mature team that's kind of ex-military and wanting to be able to see why they were special in their group. You know what I mean? What made this team so epic? And they failed to show me what made the team epic in this movie. And I felt the action would have showed us why this team was epic. So that's my con of the movie. The dialogue was really good. No comedy in here at all. It was really simple, straightforward, very believable, but it has some fiction parts for me. Let's give this thing a grade. I'm going to give Triple Frontier, yo. It was an okay movie. C+. A very enjoyable film at home. You can sit down and watch it. You know what I mean? You can sit down with your family and watch it. It's nothing too violent. It has a nice roller coaster ride. Some boring parts, but that's more in the beginning to get you established. But you know, once you get going, it has a mild shock factors in there. You're like, oh shoot, okay, whoa, you know what I mean? Nothing too severe. I think the biggest thing that hurt this movie was the budget. I felt if they had a bigger budget, these actors are fucking premium. Seeing them in this movie, they've all, in every role they've played in, they were their own star, except for Garrett. He's the only one that was in Four, you know what I mean? But everybody else has something. And personally, I think he did really good in Four Brothers, man. You know what I mean? I liked him in Four Brothers, but I felt it could have been more. It could have been more, man. It could have been. They put the money up, had them work out a little bit more, put a little bit more of that Predator style on that sheet. You got these ex-military savages out here, man, and they coming to take care of business. I think that would have really helped the movie out a lot. But it's a C+ film. It's on Netflix. Go and watch it, man. I would like to know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below, and what you guys think about the review. I'm J3. If you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, thumbs up this video, and don't forget to share Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. J3 out.